So again, once more, this is part two of the Fear and Greed Index and how I track it and everything. And everything that I've done the last 3 months that really made the difference. So, like I said before I got cut off my phone, um, right here was the very bottom. And that was that of April the 4th, 2025. And then you can see everything kind of dip up and down. So this dip up and down should be a confirmed W at the very top, right here, at the very, very top, right across from here. That's a confirmed W, and that's why I was waiting for here. And that was a total failure on that W. That just, this was tariffs, and then up there we go, and then, we'll just drop some more tariffs in every way, and that's just where that window went. But that's okay. Most people panic and sell everything, and that's when they should be buying. But that's all right. Just come along there and scoop it up. Anyway, long story short, that's all that there. That's your W, complete W formation. And of course, I can track all of that, see which way everything is going. So at the very bottom was, of course, a 4. Right there was a 4. So you can see 4th right there. That's your bottom. So your bottom is right here. And then slowly moves back up. It kind of does a little jiggle there. And of course, then there is the 9th, April 9th. So this is when I started buying things right up here. I saw that. I saw, holy cow, I've never seen a 4 before. I've seen like 5, 6, 7, but never a 4. So I knew this was like rock bottom. So this is when I started loading up. And you can see the numbers go up from that of 4 to 5 to 17 to 18, 14, 19, and then starts just climbing like crazy. So that there is, of course, all of this here, right? This one starts climbing, 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 and climbing some more. So between here, very bottom here, and climbing, this is where you just keep on loading up on stocks. Buy more stocks, buy more stocks, buy more stocks, buy more stocks. And then you get into this little groove here. And usually sometimes if the war breaks out or something like that, the stock market, kind of goes down. But President Trump seems to handle that quite well, because he seems to throw in the F-bomb there, along with the peace treaties and everything, and they go back to war, and he didn't like that. And I think I was waiting to see what was going to happen. I was really, really wondering what was going to happen to the market when that all happened, and I was like, holy cow. Like this shows me all here is related to all of this here, right? All of this stuff here, including that of this right here, the bottom of the W formation, right there. This was the tattletale sign of everything going up. So I can see the bottom, you can see it go down, up, down. That's the bottom of the W. And this is where I could see everything, heading towards the same measure as all of this. Right there, right? So you're really hoping that it's not going to do this. But 80% of the time, usually it goes back up. But sometimes it fails. And it just falls off the face of the earth. There's nothing you can do about it. But I was right. Then once more, hit here and pushed up. And if you can go back and look at all of that of my Fear and Greed Index playlist videos on that Fear and Greed Index, you will see exactly that. You will see exactly that happening. So I put that of the combination of both that of the put and calls are good. I did lots of that. Call options, put options a whole bit. I mainly did all call options, and then I found that penny stocks were just the thing for me. And of course, you know, the VIX. All this is going up. And there's of course the Monument Traders Alliance video on that one too. So I showed that this was like, let me see here, where are we? This was the 4th, right? So right there is the bottom. Right there was the bottom. And right here was the bottom. So that's what you gotta look for, right? The bottoms. If you can get in at the bottom of the market, you're laughing. And that was exactly that, at the bottom of the market. Now it's just going to keep on pushing up. How high will it go? Because that one jump went from 63 to 77. And I look at the market and I see all these movements here. Like, this looks like, to me, like it's going to go, it usually goes like across and then poof, back up. This little line here, to me, is like the indicator that, yeah, we're going to go up again, unless of course something happens. And of course, you know, big line up and then a drop at the bottom. That means to me that, yeah, unless something happens between that of the 4th of July and 4th, 5th, 6th, something happens over the weekend that's big. The stock market, I think, will continue to push up just a little bit more. And then after that, like this is extreme high zone right here. This is like 78. It's pretty high. 77, 78. If it goes higher than that, holy cow. And then this is where you should begin to sell everything off. So that's what I'll do. I'll if it drops, as soon as it drops, I'll start selling things off. Because then my SQQ will start kicking in. Everything will be starting to drop off the face of the earth, and I'll be selling all the way back down. So that's the plan anyway. Sometimes the plan doesn't always go as, you know, as planned, but you have to have a plan, and that's my plan. And it just seems to work out pretty darn good, and I just keep on getting better and better at doing this. I think there's a lot of other reasons I'm good at this, but that's a whole new different kind of channel. I don't know, just it's kind of like the Sixth Sense kind of thing, but like I said, that's just a whole different kind of channel. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you all that so you know exactly where it is right now. I think it's going to push up a little bit more. And we'll see where it goes. Anyway, I thought I'd just share that information to you. I get all tongue-tied doing these long-form videos. And yeah, extreme greed right now. Will it push up higher? I think it will. I really do. Not too much further than that. It's that's pretty high. Anyway, have yourselves a very good day. Subscribe for way more. Check out my community page. I hope that all made sense with everything. And ciao for now.